Last week on the Cone Zone podcast, my dad asked me who the unheralded hero of the 49ers offense is. And I said Kyle Juszczyk because he unlocks all of Kyle Shanahan's creativity, allows Shanahan to express all of his great ideas on offense. That got me thinking, who's the unheralded hero of the defense? And it's someone who allows Robert Saleh to unlock all of his creativity. It's K'Waun Williams, the nickelback. And before I explain why, let me tell you about Saleh. He's a chess player. And last year I asked him, Robert, what's your favorite chess piece? Thinking he would say the queen or the bishop, something that really attacks. And he said, it's the pawns. A lot of people don't know what to do with pawns, but if you use them right, they can be menacing. I remember he used the word menacing. And that's really sums up his philosophy as a defensive coordinator. He doesn't just feature the best player. It's not all about getting Nick Bosa or DeForest Buckner's stats. He's an egalitarian defensive coordinator. The production is shared across the board. A lot of guys had tackles and forced fumbles and sacks. But when you think about the menacing pawns that Saleh likes to use, that's K'Waun Williams. He is the menacing pawn. He's not flashy. He doesn't do a lot of man-to-man coverage. The Niners are a zone coverage team. He's mostly in a short zone in the flat, and he doesn't break up a lot of passes. But he's a great tackler, and he frequently punches the ball out. I didn't realize, but he forced 4 fumbles last season during the regular season, tops on the 49ers, more than Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, more than all of them. As many as Jadeveon Clowney. And then in the playoffs, K'Waun Williams forced another fumble. That's an asset. He's also a great blitzer. He is Robert Saleh's secret weapon. A lot of times what Saleh will do, instead of finding ways to get Nick Bosa or Dee Ford the sack on 3rd and 8, he'll use Dee Ford as a decoy, then drop Dee Ford into zone coverage and bring K'Waun Williams as a blitzer because everyone's expecting Dee Ford to rush. No one's expecting K'Waun Williams to rush. And when Williams rushes, he often knocks the ball out of the quarterback's hands. He did it to Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game. He's the secret weapon, and his forced fumbles win games. Funny story about K'Waun Williams. It's not really a story, it's a fact. I don't know what his voice sounds like. He's been on the team 3 years. I've covered all 3 years. For whatever reason, the beat writers never request to interview him, or rarely do. And it's not because he's not important. It's just that he's under the radar. He's not a starter technically, although he plays 70% of the snaps. He's short, he's 5'9", and he's not a big self-promoter. He's always at his locker, he's always available. But for whatever reason, we end up going to Jimmy Ward or Jaquiski Tartt or Richard Sherman, when really this guy, K'Waun Williams, is the best player in the secondary. And if you think about it, who's the most unheralded player on the team? Well, on the defense? Well, it's a very high-profile defense. It's the most high-profile defense in the league. No one in the front 7 is unheralded. Everyone in that front 7 gets credit. And then in the secondary, everyone knows Richard Sherman, but no one really talks about K'Waun Williams. He's better than Sherman, as good as Sherman is. In honor of K'Waun Williams, I've put together a highlight reel of his best plays from 2019. Check it out.
What we do here is go back.
Loud.